Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Wednesday with less than a minute left with today's daily candle closing with a low of 58,000 US dollars, breaching the major support of 58,300. I had to get this video out to you guys because this is an extremely important support here at 58,300. If we start to get hourly and 4-hour confirmations of candles closing below this level, the potential for Bitcoin to drop 15% to 49,700 becomes highly probable. And so we really need to start monitoring the 4-hour and hourly time frame with Bitcoin testing 58,000 US dollars and with the candle from yesterday, because it just closed right now with a bearish tail and a body that's red, of course, pointing down towards 58,300. That's a very interesting puzzle piece to just start the video off with. And then we go into the 6-hour chart and we're starting to see rising sell pressure, but we've yet to see buy pressure really come in and take advantage of this major support at 58,300. If we start to see 4-hour candles and hourly candles close below 58,300, that would be a major concern for me. So far, our 4-hour candle that just closed does look sort of bearish. You can see here it has a bearish tail pointing down towards 58,300. And a lot of people are saying that, okay, well, we might find support at 54,000 or 52,000. I've said this many times on this channel. If we see any sort of candles start closing below 58,300, and that would start opening up the range that we'd start playing in the game field of 58,300 to 49,700, typically the midpoint of the channel will act as some sort of short-term support around that $54,000 to $55,000 level. So if we start to break down, expect some volume to come in at 54,000, 55,000, but realize that now 49,700 is the support level that we're in, and 58,300 becomes a resistance. And so I think that what we really want to see right now is 58,300 hold. And if it doesn't hold, that could certainly be a bad way to come towards Thursday and Friday of this week for Bitcoin. Heading into the weekend, downside is still potentially on the table. Remember, we also have this potential head and shoulder pattern. We could, draw out the schematics of what the potential target would be if this were to break down, take the top from the head and then bring it down to the base. And that neckline looks exactly like the target that we've been saying at 49,700. That's another puzzle piece on the table. So we really want to start seeing some price action come here at 58,300. If not, I believe 49,700 comes on the table. If we can start to see candles get back above 61,500, or we have the previous weekly open, really it's the $61,844 level, that's when we can start talking about some upside scenarios here for Bitcoin, because then we can get back and potentially test the previous all-time high. I think that that's also certainly on the table, and the reason I say that, despite the candles being bearish, remember what happened here, and we talked about this when Bitcoin initially moved from the $28,000 range to the $54,000 range. We had this strong level of support, just like we do now, that eventually broke, and once it broke, Bitcoin just channeled to the side for a bit before seeing continued upside. So the other potential scenario is maybe we do come below 58,300 briefly, but we really just channel and move sideways in this range. And if you guys don't remember, September 7th, when Bitcoin first saw this downside move, is when we started to see Bitcoin dominance rise. And so that started shedding away altcoin gains against Bitcoin as the total market cap moved down. And guess what's happening right now? Ethereum already breaching its major support level, and that was before Bitcoin, which means that we're seeing a sell-off not just in the Ethereum to US dollar price, but in the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart because of Bitcoin dominance. We've been saying that. And so notice how we already came down and formed a lower low right now on this 4-hour, and now we breached fully through 39.59. We don't have a full candle yet, body and wick below the level, but now we're starting to open the door to 36.50 here. We do have this market structural support here sitting right at the previous weekly open at 38.50. We'll want to watch that area, but really the range that we're in when it comes to major accumulation and volume is going to be 39.59 to 36.50. So that would assume that the Ethereum Bitcoin chart sees weakness. And I think that that's exactly what we're seeing here with the Ethereum Bitcoin chart coming back to test this extremely important level, which is the weekly open at 67,000 Satoshis. We start to move below that. Now 65,000 Satoshis comes back on the table. You guys know how important 65,000 Satoshis is, because we get back below that. Now we have a very, very big downside range here for the Ethereum against Bitcoin chart, indicating that that could be the reason Bitcoin dominance continues up as it has been over the last few weeks. So Ethereum to Bitcoin chart at 67,000 Satoshis, where we have the weekly open, is extremely important to monitor for altcoins. And I believe that the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart will be a leading indicator for most altcoins. So it's the one that we want to watch. And notice how with Bitcoin dominance here, what really matters now is we look at the 20-week moving average, and we've stayed above it. And so that's a huge puzzle piece. We haven't really come below it. So that could have been a garden variety retest of an important level to continue further in the trend, since this is the first time we started to breach the 20-week moving average, which is home base. You get above it, you're now back in a bullish trend. And all of this is reflecting with the chart that shows the altcoins outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum below its 20-week moving average right now, showing even more weakness in the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. We come into the traditional markets. DXY is moving up. It's not necessarily going crazy, so that calmness is not a bad thing. We like to see the DXY calm. S&P 500 starting to just kind of slow down, but still nothing crazy yet. We just recently formed new highs here, so we're going to be watching this weekly open for the E-mini futures contract at 45.25 here. But I would say that traditional markets are quite calm right now. The crypto market is the only one that's really going crazy. China did drop today, and we're seeing some drops across the board over the last 2 days. Even U.S. oil coming down, gold also coming down. So nothing really too concerning here with traditional markets. But let's watch this gold to Bitcoin chart as well, because we came here, we did form a new low, but is this a double bottom? And that's something we'll want to monitor here at this 50-day moving average, because that predicted the top for 64,000 when Bitcoin reached this on April 14th. And so if this moves above the 50-day moving average, that could have predicted another top there. That's what we used to predict the first top with Bitcoin. So with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. And I mentioned this as well yesterday. As long as Bitcoin is above 58,300, we don't mind taking trades on altcoins. We took this trade on Shiba Inu again, hitting all targets. And our crypto chat has been going crazy. We have the #1 Discord cryptocurrency trading community in the world. Everyone's talking about Shiba, so we started taking trades on it, and it's been working well. Bitcoin breaches 58,300, and altcoin market won't look so good on the way down, but there could definitely be opportunities on the way back up, as we like to see happen in the altcoin market when Bitcoin tends to consolidate to the side. So very interesting price action. Let's see if 58,300 can hold. Obviously, we're seeing some buyers here at this new daily candle. So you guys are going to get the answer before the next video. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Hope you enjoyed today's analysis. Until next time, Snipers